Hello, everybody. How was everyone's day? Because mine was alright. Mine was good. Why do I hear myself in such a weird way? Can I. Can I somehow make myself sound less in stereo? Weird sort of stereo. Okay, I hope you do hear me. And if you do, if this is nice, this is very nice. Yeah, you should hear me well. Alright, let me launch up my VTube Studio and we are good to go. Today we have a Sunday reaction special because I didn't have any reaction streams yesterday on a Saturday, and it's a very simple reason why. I had a birthday yesterday. Oh, give me a second. Pop pop. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I am now officially 21. I am now officially old enough to drink in the United States of shit America. Sorry, but I cannot not dunk on America without reasons. I don't even need reasons. America itself in the current state is a good reason enough. Okay, I have switched completely to YouTube. I won't be doing any more Twitch streams. No, only on YouTube. The reasons, to the actions, or to be exact, to the events that were happening lately. And since we are talking about latest events, uh, let's go to those events uh, immediately. Yeah, let's talk about the current events and why I left Twitch. I left Twitch because honestly, because of the very toxic community that happens over there, and because it's basically a shit show at this point. Twitch is not a sustainable platform. I don't know if this place will survive one more year, let alone a long enough time for me to become popular enough. Yeah, I will have a way better time on YouTube, and on top of that, look at the live stream. Do you see that? Do you see that? 60 kilobytes of bitrate. On Twitch, it would limit me up to 20, and it can't go above 10 kilobytes per second. So yeah, here I will have a way better time, honestly. So let's go to the breaking breaking news. He finally got banned. We are talking about Hassan Abi, of course, the biggest piece of shit on this earth. I honestly hate him. Due to two reasons. First, he supports terrorism, which is already a big red flag. Second of all, he is obviously anti-Semitic, and I am a Jew. Honestly, I am a Jew in Israel. Okay? Yeah. A very controversial thing to exist nowadays. Yeah, I do exist. And honestly, just I see a lot of shit being talked about the Jews in Israel, which is so unjustified, honestly, at this point. It looks like anti Semitism becoming a norm this day, even though it should not be a norm at all. Hatred towards anybody. I don't want to express hatred to anybody. No, I love everyone. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what religion you are. You're a human. First of all, you are a human, and humans are important. Okay? I hope we can agree on that. Alright, so we are reacting to sensitive society. People like him and what the name of the second one? Let me see if his video can show up on here. What's the name of the second one? Yeah, more Pegasus. Yeah, those two just making video every day, every like 12 hours. Those two are machines, absolutely machines. Let's. I already saw the Mega Pegasus video. I want to see the sensitive society video. I know the topics, I just want to react to it. Let's go.
Breaking news, massive news for the unemployed. Yesterday in this video right here,
I am employed. Just so you know, I work 11 hours a day in a fucking warehouse, and yet I somehow get the time to react to all of those videos.
said that today, which is May 24th of 2025, a new
Right on my birthday. Thank you.
Hasan video was supposed to come out. Now you're watching this on
Oh
25th.
no. In this case, I did get a gift. No Hassan videos. My birthday saved us all.
So something clearly happened. This essentially is the reason why it got delayed, so I could just cover everything there is to cover regarding Hasan. People are going after him, and it's no longer just the slop tubers or the peak unemployed people. You know, it's people on TV. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail. Hasan, as of a few minutes ago, as the time of this recording, was just banned from Twitch. And then we also got someone from the
Yeah, I saw those news in the morning, 5 in the morning, which is for you all would be yesterday. Yeah, and honestly, best news I could ever wake up to, you know?
H3 subreddit admitting to filing an FBI report because of Ethan Klein. So that's something
Wait,
that
what,
we'll do
what,
on
what, what?
Twitch. And then we also got someone from the H3 subreddit admitting to filing an FBI report because of Ethan Klein.
Making an FBI report about Ethan? About Ethan Klein? You serious? Genius.
So that's something that we're also going to be covering. We're also going to talk about other stuff. A lot to cover, so little time. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and I think we should start off with some positive news. Let's talk about Hasan being banned and the reason why.
How did the Tecton call him? Hassan did the Osama bin Laden Adolf Piker, right? He Tecton called him that way, and honestly, best nickname ever for this pinhead. His head is so small. It's so comically small. A quick question: why isn't it even smaller?
Might surprise you. People were speculating he got banned just shortly before he got banned. He was playing this game on Twitch, as everyone does from time to time, playing Zionist or Nazi, just some quiz game, just gamer activities. This is my first time learning about this game. It does seem fun. I'll be sure to check it out. Not really the games that I'm into. You know, I'm more into playing Halo, Doom, COD, and screaming slurs. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, and I'm more into racing games, honestly. Shooters are not my thing. I don't really like them. First-person shooters in general. You know what? No, I will correct myself. Those super popular shooter games like Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty, Battlefield, not my shtick. Not my thing at all. I prefer something more simple, like Risk of Rain 2, which is a roguelike shooter. This is the type of games I'm vibing with. The big ones, no, no thanks. I prefer underdogs. Yeah, this is my thing.
With this game, but I might have to use it as gameplay footage. We initially thought this was the reason why he got banned, but just a few minutes ago, Hasan clarifies this. He says, I cover the motives of the Israel Embassy staff shooter, which TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is a bad policy for news and press freedom. Okay, little bro, I'll take the suspension. Thank you.
I will believe anything you will say, you terrorist supporting freak.
For being so brave and stunning, Hasan, and taking the suspension like you haven't dodged being suspended.
What's up with his bitrate? Do you see that? Because I see that, and it itches my eyes, like it was itching my eyes looking at my own footage from the Twitch channel.
For over 5 years. So it's about time you take a suspension. I just know that Dan Clancy just fell to his knees. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, wrote this himself and had tears running down his face as he was typing this. He was like, no, Hasan.
No. My golden boy must be banned. Otherwise, I will be fired and the platform I was running for the last how much 3, 4, 5 years will be annihilated by the government itself. Yeah, I feel no pity for these people.
Now I can't sing happy birthday to you next year when you turn 55. Hassan, please stop. Recent improper
No, 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 no. Hassan is in his early 60s, right? Right? Because I can't give another reason for his dementia.
handling of terrorist propaganda. Any fucking Hassan Piker
Oh,
dick rider
sorry.
or fangirl or fanboy who's like, Hassan doesn't promote terrorism, guys. I mean, this is Twitch, literally the company that has been defending him over the last 5 years, who turned the other way as soon as something controversial happens or whenever he says something ridiculous. That same company has had enough and legitimately said the reason why you got banned, Hassan, is because of your terrorist propaganda. Now, which terrorist propaganda?
Yeah, good question. Was it the Houthi pirates that took over a Filipino ship? Was it the Hamas controversy and the whole war of Israel against Palestine, or to be exact, against Hamas exactly? What was it? Hassan's idea that Israel should not exist as a country at all? Yeah. How nice. How very nice.
They are they targeting? That's a hard question because over the last year or the last 2 years, he's been really pushing for terrorists. He's had them on his show before. It's two
Yeah.
years late, but better late than never. Sharing content related to terrorism or violent extremist groups.
Right. He has showed the footage of how the Houthis taken over a Filipino cargo ship. I remember it now. Honestly, what a disgusting human being this bearded man with glasses.
She has. Some examples might be shown a violent extremist manifesto on stream while denouncing it, speaking out against a terrorist organization while displaying a recruitment video. It feels like he's done both of these over the last 2 years. Wasn't he showing terrorist propaganda to one of his friends?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical? Sure.
Alright.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah.
Musically gifted. I I would say that they are musically challenged, just like you are mentally challenged, buddy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
You really call this music?
I'm sorry. What is
Are we allowed to shoot this? To show
It's
this?
not a permanent suspension. Now, this is essentially
Oh, that's sad. If this is not a permaban, I will be very sad. Uh, at least make it a month-long ban, because Asmon Gold was banned for just a few phrases about the Islamic culture being inferior, and honestly, I believe it is inferior in the modern world, because most the Islamic culture is built on very, very deep rooted hate. If you read the Quran, I haven't, but I have a lot of people who did read the Quran, and they all said that Islam is built basically on hatred towards everything that isn't Islam. So, yeah. And is the Islamic religion or culture is simply not sustainable in the modern world. They should do a very, very serious reform if the Islamic culture want to survive today. It must go through an insane reform, change everything. Otherwise, it would just cease to exist, because the culture that built up around we have we have enemies, so we must unite. Not sustainable. The last time that happened was either the Soviet Union or the funny Germany of the 30s and of the 40s. Yeah, yeah. I studied history of that Germany. I know what I'm talking about.
just a paid vacation. I love how he pretends to care about the news and how this impact the future, the precedent it's going to send. If you were to ask me right now, Oscar Sands, how long will the ban be? I have no idea. It doesn't show for how long he's going to be banned. If I had to put a number on it, I'll probably give it 24 hours before he's back. Now, in my opinion,
Please
it
no.
should be a whole month, if not more.
be.
The way
Should
he
be.
radicalizes people, the way he justifies terrorism and killing people, that's just a big no-no in my opinion. And I'm glad Twitch finally grew some pair of fucking balls to be like, nah, Hassan, even that's too much. One
No. They banned Hassan because they were obligated by the uh, IDL, Anti-Defamation League, right? Because that guy from the Anti-Defamation League spoke about Hassan in the, I think, CNN, right? Or what channel was it? American. And he talked about, sorry, whoops. Talked about Hassan being a gamer, which is a cardinal sin. Do not call Hassan a gamer. He is not a gamer. He is a political piece of shit. Talked about Hassan and his extremist narrative. I will say it that way. By the way, like.
month should be enough, if not more. So I just responded with Asmongold laughing. Someone just said boo-hoo and posted the lazy show animation of his song. Twitch
What? His character is way too big still.
is soft for this. Okay. Dan
Bleh.
Clancy is not gonna let you hit, little bro, just because you're defending this. These people are so fucking brain dead. We support you, Hassan. We must fight against the censorship and corruption of the Zionist regime so that we can one day free Palestine and all of those who are oppressed.
You know what the funny history about the whole Free Palestine thing? Gaza was a Free Palestine at some point. In 2005, the IDF, or to be exact, the Israeli government launched an operation where they removed all the Jewish citizens from the Gaza Strip, from the Gaza zone, and they also removed themselves from all the settlements that were in the Gaza Strip. They basically removed all their influence from Gaza Strip and helped Gaza create a truly Palestinian government. They really did in 2005. You can find the footage about this if you want to, and they were planning to do the exact thing in the West Bank, where the Yarden Sea, no, the Nahal Yarden, if you know, but a year after they kind of freed Palestine by helping make a Palestinian government in Gaza. In the next year, in the election, the Palestinian people of Gaza chose in the election Hamas. Do you understand? And the rest is history, you know. And because of that, because of Hamas and what they were doing in Gaza Strip later, the whole military overtake of the government, the total dictatorship, the whole terroristic propaganda that they were doing ever since, because of that, Israel refused to remove its influence from the West Bank. Currently, they are occupying occupying around 60% of the West Bank, but they prefer to occupy the West Bank and keep it in check instead of letting it be free. So the Palestinian people will to choose, for example, Hezbollah on or another Hamas or something similar to that. They would rather occupy the zone and receive massive backlash from the other politicians, from the media, and all of that shit, rather than let Hezbollah control the place, and Israel Map. Uh, Map of Israel. Let's take that for example. Uh, uh, can I see here? Look at this. And this is the West Bank with the Dead Sea zone. Israel would rather prefer occupy this zone rather than let somebody, for example Hezbollah, take over and get relatively easy access to, for example, Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, both major capitals of Israel. One, a cultural capital, and one financial capital. And both are very important places. And if Hezbollah or another Hamas takes over that West Bank zone, they will attack Israel and they will attack both capitals, which is a major no for Israel. So yeah, they kinda need to occupy that zone. Otherwise, well, shit.
Yeah, this will
Well, shit, they will have to go all out, honestly. Because I will be honest, Israel is holding back its power, okay? They have a nuke. There were shown, uh, there were some declassified footage of a nuke development. From what I know, there was even a test of the nuclear bomb by Israel, yes. So yeah, Israel definitely has a nuke. They just didn't declassify it yet. But if we need to, boop boop, and one nuke up to go. So yeah, if Trump will tell the Israel government go all out, they will go all out, and you won't see a Gaza zone. You won't see Hamas in over a week. So yeah, judge it how you want.
free Palestine. It's like these people are fucking retarded. Hassan is not gonna fuck you, little bro. Hassan is not gonna let you hit just because you're out here acting like he's a fucking hero. But it was okay to interview and glaze a terrorist. You weren't being critical of the manifesto. You were skirting the line as much as possible to try and avoid a ban, but it didn't work. This is valid. This is long overdue. I'm surprised it didn't happen
Yeah.
sooner. At least now we know where the line is drawn. I guess when you're glazing someone that killed people, that's too far. I just saw this on my feed. I have no idea why it's here. This is from his Sanabi updates. Imagine running a fan page for Hassan. That's like beyond unemployed, man. Hassan has just been banned from Twitch, but we will keep you guys updated on any changes. Okay.
Ah,
If this
shit.
person's like 12 and under, first of all, that's fucking sad, but I understand, right? Running a fan page.
Huh?
Anyone who's in their 20s, 30s,
But
or
was
I
it my
understand.
telephone or his?
If this person's like 12 and under, first of all, that's fucking sad, but I understand, right? Running a
that's
fan
what-
page.
that was mine.
Anyone who's in their 20s, 30s, or 40s who runs any fan page might have the saddest life of all time. Unless you run a sensitive society fan page, then you're the best. And they're not even getting paid for this. They're just
My
doing it
man.
for the love of the game. Oh my god. If you ever feel sad or pathetic, just know that there's someone out there that has tweeted 12,000 times about Hassan and isn't even getting paid.
Holy
okay?
shit.
Now, I don't know if I could play this on YouTube, and I don't want to get banned. I'm sure you guys heard that a few days ago. 2 individuals got killed by an insane
Yeah.
fucking guy. I'm not here to start a political war. That's not what it's about. We're just here to make fun of Hassan and his ban. The fact that Hassan didn't take the situation seriously, all I know is that if this was the other way around,
This is a very serious situation, honestly, because those two were representatives of the Israeli embassy. Pretty serious people, you know, diplomats. Those were diplomats, kinda. And also, these two were a couple. Were a couple, and the boyfriend on the same week bought his girlfriend a ring. Asmon called the Roach King already covered this, but I will say it myself. This is honestly a very tragic incident, really, a very tragic incident. No matter how you pull it, and the fact that the guy, what he did, he just went, shoot two of them, and there is a way more detailed explanation. You can check it by yourself. He killed them, then went into the building, said, "Yeah, I killed them," and where the police were taken to him, he was just yelling, free Palestine," and that shit. Killing somebody is a horrible thing. Period. No matter what you do, killing, murder should never be a solution or even something you should do. You should not murder anybody. Murder is bad. That's it.
Round, we would have gotten a completely different reaction. Am I saying Hassan is responsible for the guy who went crazy and decided to kill two people?
Maybe.
That's a good question, actually.
I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident.
False flag incident? You're kidding me. You're fucking is kidding me.
Incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe
Genuine, he's fucking insane. You are more insane than him, honestly. I can expect you doing the same thing, which is very not a good thing.
you know, a little bit brain broken. Okay.
I guess being
Fucking-
a little brain broken means killing people. Two people who were just minding their business, looking at a museum. You took two human lives and two people that, as far as we know, have nothing to do with what's going on in the world right now. It's just
Yeah.
two random ass Jewish people. Fuck it, what if they're not even Jewish? They just saw a Jewish museum. They're like, oh, let's go check it out. And then they get fucking killed. How is that being a little bit brain broken? The more Hassan clips I see, the more...
And on top of that, from the description, from the detailed explanation of the assassination, it was he was targeting them. It was a targeted assassination, which is just horrible, absolutely horrible.
Or I'm like, you know what? He should be banned forever. Hassan's
Yeah.
chat during his reading of the DC Elias Rodriguez. It was people sending a lot of the DC
Excuse me.
Elias Rodriguez. It was people sending a lot of hearts, a lot of people being positive, sending flowers. But it's just people cheering this behavior on. Then we get this: the head of
Oh.
the ATL
Oh, yeah.
directly blames Hassan for the DC shooting.
Thinking about the New York Times
Yeah, this
doing a
this guy.
gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer Hassan Piker who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people and the Jewish
Don't you dare call him a gamer anymore. He is not a gamer. He is a piece of shit. Remember. CNN isn't better, honestly.
state. Like, extremists should not be empowered. People who spout
Yeah.
prejudice should not be platformed.
Yeah.
This is a moment when we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, we've got to stop this because the consequences are deadly.
r/Hassan Piker reacts to DC Jewish Museum shooting. Let's see what they have. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. Okay. In the most monotone voice imaginable. Oh no. How horrible. Why are they acting like these two random ass people are responsible for what's happening out there? All we can do for now, whether the suspension lasts 2 days, 5 minutes, or a month, finally, even though this is long overdue, but you know, it's better than nothing. Let's talk about someone filing an FBI report about Ethan Klein. I swear,
That's insane.
Reddit has some of the biggest fucking losers out there. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, now we're making false reports because we don't like someone? Like, how miserable are these people? This is low-key kind of sad. But remember, these people totally didn't call CPS. Now, I'm seeing right here that Tectone beat me to the situation, and he says this, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with you here, Tectone. Not kinda, I totally agree with you on this take.
They were attempting to ban me for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
for calling someone fat.
Frogan, which is she's looking like. Let me pull up that picture. Um, let me pull up that picture because I know what she's looking like. I know what kind of person she's look like. Let me find here. Found it. Look at this fuck face. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is a close-up picture of that person? Yeah. Yeah. That's Frogan for you. That is an absolute Frogan moment. Here. Here. That's what Frogan looks like. It's not even Jabba the Hutt. This is just. This character is a bitch in the cartoon, by the way. A total bitch, just like Frogan is. Oh, sorry, wrong panel. Uh-huh. So yeah, that's the idea of how Frogan badly looks, and ironically, she looks way worse day by day. That's not even a joke.
So, Twitch, how serious is it? Because you need to realize if he's banned for just 2 weeks, that means terrorist propaganda that was covered on the national news is apparently just as bad as calling someone fat.
Really?
24 hours, 72 hours, 2 weeks, 1 month, indefinite are the usual sentences.
I remember when the Tectone situation went down and he was getting banned, or at first, before the backlash, he was going to get 2 weeks. 2 weeks of lost revenue for calling a fat person fat. If Hassan gets less than 2 weeks for terrorism propaganda, I mean, in theory, Hassan should get a month, right? If not more.
Yeah.
Fat joke, 2 weeks. Terrorist propaganda, 2 days. It's just like, what? Is that what we're doing here? Hopefully I'm wrong. And hopefully by the time this is out, we get official word of how long the ban is going to be. Hopefully it's a solid month. That should be enough time for retards to reflect. But anyways, that's all we got today. If you're happy that Hassan got banned,
I am happy.
drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I got you guys with the updates. I love you. Thank you for watching. All right, I'm gonna head out. Bye.
Yeah, the more places Hassan banned it, the more places where Hassan is banned, the better, honestly. But I will not come back to Twitch anyway, because Twitch, just as a platform, it's too small. It has basically no audience anymore. And if there can be any audience, potential audience, the reputation is so awful. It just will be better for you to stream on YouTube, way better. And Twitch also deletes stream. Twitch also deletes the live streams of various after a week around. That's why I was exporting videos to YouTube. So yeah. So yeah. Am I happy that Hassan banned? Yes. Will I come back to Twitch? No. Session closed. Thank you to Sensitive Society. A banger as always. I need to. Oh, here, subscribe. Yeah, now subscribe. Now let's go to the next video. As you can understand, I was pretty much pissed the entire day at this situation with Hassan. Now that this is done with, let's go to the next video, which is more something. Which is something. Let's go to the next video, which is something that I like way more, which is I prefer to keep my channel on the entire time. And this is games, and especially racing games. And we are watching a video about the worst racing game ever, which is I am interested to watch. Honestly, what is the worst racing game ever? Let me think. What can be worse than let's assume, I don't know. Let's say why I can't even get a name of a racing game that is just horrible. Need for Speed No Limits, honestly. A piece of trash nowadays. Now let's watch the truly worst racing game
There are
by Fry Guy. Fry Guy, yeah.
a lot of racing games that I consider to be There are a lot of racing games that I consider to be pretty bad, but there's only one that can be the absolute worst, and that game is Nitro Nation. Now I know
really?
this game is very nostalgic for a lot of you guys, it kind of is for me too, but
It's not for me, so I don't really care. For me, nostalgia racing games, it was Real Racing 3, Need for Speed No Limits at some point. And what else it was? It was fucking Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, honestly. It was one of my nostalgia games. Oh, and Flatout 2. Yeah. That one as well. So yeah.
trust me, I'll show you that it's blinding you.
Enough to sub for cheddar. I want cheese, I'm a decent fella. In the sewer, no.
The game was made by Creative Mobile and released on April 2nd, 2014. It would have been poetic if it dropped a day before. At the start of Lady Runs
Wait, what?
The game was made by Creative Mobile and released on April 2nd, 2014. It would have been poetic if it dropped a day before. At the start of Lady Runs Into You. You know, I don't know why every mobile drag racing game has a woman at the beginning, okay? I want to run into a man! It's in the name. Manager. Anyways, you're blended a modded BRZ to go through the tutorial. Weird fact, the earlier version of this game had a Camaro for the tutorial, and when the M4 GTS released, they replaced it with that. After completing the tutorial, you're handed a free Fairlady Z432, because you obviously don't want any of the dozens of similarly classed cars. We love having no choice. It's funny, because back then you got to choose between 3 cars, so I don't know why they changed that. You're then given a tour of the game, being shown the various things to do to earn money and cars and the places you can go to modify them in various aspects. The graphics aren't that bad. It doesn't feel polished, but it's not the worst I've seen. I much prefer smooth over heavily shaded though. There's 2 single player game modes, career and car series. Career mode is the best way to progress. Each section is divided by stages with each one requiring faster, higher class cars. It doesn't take a lot of races to complete each stage, but each race gets harder and harder. Car series is a mode with a ton of different races, but each series requires a car from a certain brand. These races are much easier to earn money with and take longer to complete, and every now and then you'll get a part you can use to upgrade your car. Drift mode has 2 events. You can participate in drift seasons or clash online in multiplayer. There's 2 different maps with tons of space. You can set up your car to perform the best by adding suspension and camber. In terms of gameplay, there's nothing crazy or different about it. Pretty much the same as any other drag and drift game, but there are a few issues. For one, the rev mechanic is delayed. I'm not sure if this happens with better cars, but this was super annoying. I almost always over or under revved when I was trying to be precise. Another thing is the various camera angles and changes.
Oh, that's very not
since
nice.
it doesn't really make sense to me. Camera angles and changes. I personally am not a fan of this since it doesn't really make sense to me. It feels weirdly overkill since the visuals aren't as polished. The speed blur I do enjoy though since it makes each race feel intense. It's just weird.
Yeah, but the speed, nah, the speed sensation is very bad. Where is the camera? Kinda, how? What's the name of this? The camera shake. Where is the camera shaking? Because I can't sense the speed, even though this isn't very high speed, but it is very high for this exact car.
Fan of this
and
since
also,
it doesn't really make
look at
sense
this.
to me. It feels weirdly overkill since the visuals aren't as polished. The speed blur I do enjoy though since it makes
Just look at it. From that angle and from the fact that the camera is literally tied to the car, it feels like the car doesn't move at all. In CSR2, the camera does move a little, depends if you are speeding up or not. It also depends very well on where is your opponent is, the position of your opponent, if he is on the screen. That is very important.
each race feel intense. It's just weird when using slower cars because They're slow. I also like that the opponents have silly names like Tom Storn. Mr. Storn, your BBL has arrived. When you face the bosses, you can earn their car as a reward. As you can see here, I won this RX.
Big black lasagna.
Face the bosses, you can earn their car as a reward. As you can see here, I won this RX-8. Speaking of car,
Yeah, yeah. RX-8, the ultimate cheatbox.
one of the best aspects of this game is the amount of options there are. I'm not kidding when I say I straight up do not see any other game with some of the cars this one has, like the G37 Coupe. And wait,
Right.
is this real? We did it, boys. The CTSV Coupe is here. Now let's put it in a game
Seriously?
that doesn't suck. They have cars that are pre-built for certain race modes like drag, drifting, and specific mile lengths. They even had cars that are made for fun. A cool thing you can do is start the engine and rev the car, and the engine sounds are pretty accurate.
Nice. Very nice.
You can also test drive any of them for 3 gold. The cars are terribly priced though. Throughout each class it can range from 30 to 100k and it's not based on anything. So like the Mark II Focus is 35 grand, but the Neon is 15k more.
Excuse me, the Neon? The absolute actual shitbox that is made out of nothing but fucking plastic sticks? You're serious? The only thing that this thing has is a fucking engine. That's it. Oh, and it's even more stripped than the basic Neon.
But the RX-7 is 70,000? Again, and this doesn't really make sense and I'm not sure why it's like this. You can also filter
Yeah.
the cars through their class and brand. I don't know why this isn't the default though. When it comes to customizations, there's plenty you can do. You can pick from stock paint options or choose a custom one. You can pick different styles like matte and glossy. You can also pick from 6 different wheel brands that each have a ton of styles, or you can buy wheels and paint them with any color with the hue options. Oh, and there's no energy system, so that's pretty cool. But this video
What?
wouldn't have the title it has if the game wasn't deserving of it. There's quite a few things about this game that make it suck. The story is absolutely boring and pointless. If I'm gonna learn new
As in every other racing game, because in racing games you don't care about the story, you care about the drive. Drive. You care about the drive. Yeah.
things after I beat a boss, then just don't have one. The lack of a good story makes this entire game kinda lame, and I say that because there's other games with way better stories that make playing them a lot more enjoyable. For example, CSR Classics is about racing your way to justice, uncovering the corruption of the house. Perfect
Oh,
Shift
really?
is a story of you and a girl earning respect in the underground scene. Even if you didn't want to have one, you can still make a good game without a story.
Yeah.
Ironically, they've done this already, and unironically, it's way more popular than this game. It just
Really?
feels like a run-of-the-mill generic story they put together for the sake of having one. This game also has some really weird features. For one, the way to earn upgrades is completely dumb. I get that you can earn them somewhat quickly, but they should have them readily available, especially if you need parts for a specific build. Now, they have a market where you can buy the specific parts you need, but they cost gold. It also doesn't make sense that you
Wait,
earn them
what?
to buy the specific parts you need, but they cost gold. It also
You are serious? Gold as in actual money? Now this is absolute bullshit.
doesn't make sense that you earn the boss's car after you defeat them. They should just give you the option to take it or give you a cash equivalent. The career races are weirdly scaled,
Wait, what?
but they cost gold. It also doesn't make sense that you earn the boss's car after you defeat them. They should just give you the option to take it or give you a cash equivalent. The career
Now it does make sense because you defeat the boss, you get his car by default. You should be able to. And for example, in CSR 2, you can get the car of the boss only if you are defeating him for the second time, which will be way more difficult than the first time if you are right on the level with the original boss, on the exact same level. If you are barely defeating him, you will have a lot of trouble in the super boss kinda. This is the only way you can retrieve his car. And in case of CSR2, the boss's car is actually a special car. You cannot get it a second time. You have only one chance. So yeah, here it is way easier, but also the car isn't exactly special, so 50-50, kinda.
Rear races are weirdly scaled too. One opponent can be easy slaps, but the next one, who's supposedly slower than the previous, absolutely bodies me. It doesn't make any sense. There's also the mechanic where you can trade your car in for cash, but you get way less than what the car is worth.
Seriously, for 4,000 for this? This is a robbery. A fucking robbery. You're getting nothing for that.
I mean, like, not even a third of the value. This game also has a ton of ads. Like, did you guys notice the
What?
screens playing them?
The hell?
In the garage, at the start of every race, in the dealership. It's literally everywhere. Now, I will say this is a good way to show ads. It's way better than shoving pop-ups every time I click
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah.
Except they do that too. I get a microtransaction offer whenever I go to a different part of the game. I mean, like, every
Seriously?
single time. Look, unless you throw in some big booty Latinas, I ain't buying. Let's talk about those microtransactions. As much as I understand that mobile game companies need to make money and microtransactions are a good way to do so, there's an absurd amount of things to buy and they're really expensive. The cars can cost anywhere from $20 to $100.
Excuse
$100
me?
for a car? Imagine spending that much on a mobile game item. You can buy an egg or something. Insane work. There's inventory slots, wildcard crates, emoji packs, the race pass, cash, credits, and a car that will take the proceeds and figure out how to make the world greener. Dude,
What?
there's so many things to buy, it's crazy. Plus, these cars are constantly going for half off, so I assume the original price isn't actually real and they're saying it's for sale to trick players, who are likely kids by the way, into
Yeah.
spending a lot of money even though it seems like they aren't. Really scummy tactic. It's not even just with cars, the currency is like this too. There's also the fortune wheel that you can spin for a small reward if you watch an ad. After that, the rewards increase, but they cost gold. Then there's the crates with abysmally low chances to get anything good, but ooh,
Fucking excuse me.
if you open 160 of them, you can win a
Do you see the same shit that I'm seeing?
high-end car. One crate costs 100 gold and 10 of them cost 900. So you save 100 gold. Great. I did the math and it costs 16,000 gold or 14,400 if you buy 10 at once. That's $150 for one car, but they're selling a car in the same class for a fifth of the price. Why do they have it like this? I'll tell you. They don't care about making a high quality game, but they do care about making a high quantity profit. They have no incentive to make the free-to-play experience enjoyable because they know their game sucks absolute ballsack. I completely understand games having microtransactions, but you wouldn't need so many if your game was actually good, and you definitely don't need to deceive your players if they actually saw any value in paying money towards your generic, unpolished, money-hungry game. Also, the information card only shows the challenger. On older versions, they showed other cars, so I don't know why this changed. All in all, this game
Seriously?
is just a boring, tacky slogfest that, although it has some good aspects, is ultimately lame and greedy, which results in a game that asks for so much but gives so little. It's really not difficult to make a good game, you know, you kind of just have to put in effort. They haven't updated this game in almost 7 months, but yeah, go ahead, charge $50 per car. And if you think the greediness stops there, they have another game that somehow is even more garbage than this one. That game
Excuse
being
me?
Nitro Nation World Tour.
Oh.
It's similar to the original. It's a drag racing game with the ability to buy, upgrade, and customize various cars. They have this festival theme around the game with even the main screen taking place in Japan. Everything seemingly looks normal. Except that you can buy and trade NFT cars. Yep, this rated E for everyone mobile game has NFT cars. Bro, these devs are malnourished for a profit. They would lick the sweat off a Saharan camel's butt crack for a nickel. I will say, when you start out, you can play the game normally and forget the NFT aspect is even there, but I wouldn't promote something like that to kids. And if it's
Never.
supposed to appeal to adults, I don't know what grown human being would be playing this game. The game had me at NFT cars. The devs are absolutely washed. The Nitro Nation
This game had me right at the start with this kind of graphics. What the hell is this?
franchise has another game, or should I say had. This one is a lot more interesting and was actually about street racing. Nitro Nation Stories was the second game in the series. You play as Justin Carr, a guy whose house explodes.
What?
Jeez, dude. Fun fact, this is the same person who lost his Camaro in the trailer of the first game. Pretty cool detail. Almost like they actually cared about formulating a story back then?
Woo!
What? Well, eat my cheeks and call me Eugene. Creative Mobile was actually creative at one point. Having to get back on his feet, he gets into illegal racing, doing various tasks like delivering packages and racing opponents. I don't know the exact date of this happening, but eventually they did a collab with the famous rapper Fetty Wap, putting his
What?
name and face all across the game. They also replaced The Fly with him. RIP if he was a real one. It wouldn't be fair to say that this was the thing that killed the game, but it also wouldn't be fair to say that anybody asked for this. The game was probably dropping in popularity already, but I don't know why they overhauled the game with him. They could have just had an update where he has some cars or items related to him, but it made no sense to make him the face of the game. After a while, the servers were shut down and the game was delisted from the Google Play Store. I would have loved to see this game flourish, but it probably would have ended up like the others. Nitro Nation Stories is the best in the series in my opinion, and that's probably because it's been gone for a while. Nitro Nation is an odd franchise, and ironically their only good game no longer exists. I don't know another franchise that's as boring, uncreative, and greedy than this one. Tons of microtransactions, NFTs, and a lack of personality all in one series was bound to be a dumpster fire. There might be more games that come out and take the spot, but we'll see.
Yeah. I know what game tried to be identical to Nitro Nation. It was fucking Forza Street. Forza Street. That came out in the early 20s. What year did Forza Street came out? Let me check for a second. Forza Street. I will do it on my PC. Forza. I know, wrong one. Forza Street release date. It released in fucking 2019, October 2019. Holy shit. The hell. Yeah, it came up it came out on Windows in April 2019, on the smartphones in April 2020, and then it was shut down in January 2020. There was no updates, and then all the servers were disabled in the beginning of 2023. So it lasted 4 years. I actually played Forza Street for a while. It was a nice game. I liked it, but it was a grading simulator basically. Not a good game at all. But this video was great by Fry Guy. I liked it. Go watch his channel. Wonderful video. I bet he has even more wonderful videos. A lot more wonderful videos. Yeah, you can see it from here. So yeah, thank you, and we will go to the next one. And the next one being NFS Tiran.exe. Honestly, I think I watched this video once. I don't remember well, but I do know that I did play the game a lot of times. The run was brilliant, just brilliant, but was way too short, in my opinion. Let's watch the video by Machine. Machine. I have made an exe video of Need for Speed Terran. Yeah. Ultra Kill reference in 2025? Sure, why not? Alright, let's watch the video. Half a hour of a video. That's one hell of a beefcake. Beefcake! Oh, hello. What the hell? Bam. That's nice. Need for Speed Unbound Volume 3 content update trailer. Unbound is shitty, honestly. It has potential, but the potential is fucked up. Even Heat had more potential with its physics. Oh, DeLorean. Huh, decent music for once. Oh, hello. Oh, fucking excuse me. What the hell did you just showed me? That was a fucking worse than the FNAF 1 jump scares. What the hell was that? Don't show it again. I have a stutter again because of that.
What?
Steam chat. Oh, ow. Oh, hello, Jake. I think your name was Jake. Back to 2011.
Should have gone for the head.
Oh no. Yeah, those quick time events were one hell of a nightmare back at the time. Some of them were just impossible, honestly. Especially if you were on a steering wheel. Hello. Goodbye. Ow. Hey, stop shooting. Stop shooting. Hello. Nice. Oh, hello.
Word is you made a wrong turn, Jack.
We do not care.
Yeah, we do not care, and don't mind me. I am doing some
The race is
adjustments
by San
for
Fran to
myself.
New York, the best racers ever assembled.
Jack? Ready?
Locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where is our leader?
Oh, the hell. Oh, nice. Sorry about that one. Yeah. Choose the 911. Always. Choose the 911. If you can, choose it every time. Ow. Oh, he picked the Shelby. A nice pick as well.
Ready?
Locked and loaded.
Where are you? Where is our leader?
On a vacation. Thank you. Yeah. Same thing. The fuck? Oh, hello.
Head for the bridge.
That actually was nice. he was a pillow for slamming. Eh? Hello?
We fucked up.
What? Ah, a breach.
We fucked up.
By the way, yeah, that was the last black box game. Evidently it was also the last great black Need for Speed, honestly, because after the run, it was time for fucking Most Wanted 2012. Listen, I love Most Wanted 2012, but it was a shitty game. A shitty game in general, because of what it was supposed to be. And because of what it was supposed to be and what it became in the end, it basically killed the franchise. And even now, 13 years later, the franchise is basically in a coma. Yeah. Fuck Electronic Arts. In short. Yay! A ramp!
Spread your wings, beauty.
Spread I do.
How long were we in the air for?
Competition's heating up. Be careful.
Okay, thanks.
By the way, I also forgot to mention, the Run was the first game that was using the Frostbite engine, Electronic Arts engine that is basically ultimate engine for everything, which is always a bad idea. The last game that used a custom engine, unironically, it was Most Wanted 2012 as well. Yeah. Not looking very good. To be fair, the current Need for Speed Unbound and Heat have pretty decent physics, even though they are still on the Frostbite engine. So take it however you want. Bang. How annoying. Oh! Hello!
Here I come. Here I come. Oh my god.
Oh. Ah, so he didn't slam so he didn't slam Jake in the ass yet. Okay.
Can't take it anymore.
What?
Can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Peanut butter when I run muzzle.
Yeah. Goodbye. Oh, here he goes. Bang. Oh, we are going to Vegas.
Hammer down, Jack, or you won't make it to Vegas in the top 150. Oh, and Jack.
By the way, what was he drinking? Is it fucking Gatorade? No, not really.
Hammer down, Jack, or you won't make it to Vegas in the top 150. Oh, and Jack.
Yeah. 2006 Honda Civic. 2006
The hell? Oh, yeah. That wasn't nice. Yeah, Frostbite in all of its glory. Oh, goodbye.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find.
Yeah, pretty much. 2011 graphics. What? You have a problem with that? Yeah. Beauty. Goodbye. Oh, not yet. Slipstream timing!
Yes, I'm coming. Okay.
Hello! Okay, that was funny.
Code 3, repeat code 3. Stream race in progress. You gotta run the roadblock. Get moving.
Yeah.
Alright, this guy's pissing me off. Let's try something new.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, hello. Ow. Holy shit. Wait a second, fucking. Ryan Cooper. Oh, Ryan, my boy Ryan. How's you doing, man? How are you doing after Pro Street? I heard you were arrested in undercover. What happened to you, man?
Hey, I said get down!
Oh yeah, that quick time event. Pretty accurate, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, for real. And here we go. Here goes James May. Yeah. Oh, why did we switch to pick a new car? By the way, a GT3 RS. And do you know how much that fucking Aston Martin cost? That was Aston Martin 177, okay? It's stupid expensive. And he just he just totaled his own car just because he was petty. That's truly evil for a true race, for a true car person, for a true car fan just like me. It's just fucking awful. Anyway. Hello. Ow.
You good, bro? Yeah, I'm good, but the fucking car ain't.
Huh? The hell was that noise?
Fucking car ain't.
Phew! That was on the video. You spooked me, man. Oh no. Goodbye. How fucking much? $200,000. Oh, that's.
It's only a game.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Watch out, Jack. It's about to get icy.
Yep. Yeah. Give me a Lexus. Oh. Oh, Lambo. Gallardo. Gallardo.
Bye, have a great time.
Yeah. No, we are Ow. Come on, go all out. Oh, hello. Goodbye, BMW driver. Hope you turn up your turn lights.
Think he look like Steve Harvey? Huh?
Oh, the El Camino brothers. Oh, I remember this thing. Oh, this was so epic. Smash him up. The hell? Oh, ouch. That was rude. Anyway, here we go. Yes. I like it. Yeah.
No, get those lights off! Off! They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn off the lights. Turn off.
Ow. Oh, god damn it. The hell happening? Come on, faster. Come on, drive! Wait, the hell was that? Okay. Oh, hello. Let's switch to
For the love of God!
Wait, how much fucking?
For the love of God!
But to be fair, it is a fucking Nismo. It is Extreme Edition GTR. And yet you'd prefer to keep this top car. Genius. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Damn, that looks so nice. And yeah,
Enrique,
the only
shake
right
that down for me,
shortcut.
those of vibration.
And yeah, it falls off, right? What?
Enrique, shake that down for me, those of vibration.
Just a little bit.
Pretty much.
If it's too far ahead, we're finished.
Ah, yeah. First mistake. What? I didn't get it. Damn, he's catching up fast. Very fast. And a truck in the face. Yeah.
Woohoo! Whoa! My dude! Oh, bro!
Hello, goodbye. As usual. Oh, that's a jump. Nice jump. Goodbye. Ow.
At this moment.
Ma'am. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? What's the average price sale price of a Lamborghini Miura? $1.5 million. Nice.
We have to make Chicago in the top 50. And Jack, I just got word.
Dragons have invaded Dave & Buster's.
Yeah. Fuck face. Yeah, the head is funny. Let's go. Winner, how nice. And yeah. Oh. The head is still funny.
Jack, you still with me?
You know me better than that, Sam.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That race was a fucking nightmare. Hello again. Marcus. Now I remember your name. Only in Chicago. Yeah, pretty much. Bam. And next after that, absolute fucking nightmare. How is his shoulder still intact? Ow, yes.
You head around front. I'll cover the back. You got it. Hey! Freeze, please!
Yeah.
1033! Officer down and our cruiser's been stolen!
And here starts the absolute nightmare. Hello. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, that helicopter was just such a piece of shit. Yeah. Make sure to survive. Yeah, you just need to wiggle every 2 seconds. Fucking. Like, wiggle it every second. Every second that you can. Wiggle it. He's gone away. Come on, a little more. Yeah. That was shitty. Yeah. Ow. Where is the Thomas the Engine music? Yeah.
It should be right in front of you. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
No race.
Blockbuster.
We can stand down.
This is brilliant, but I like this.
Yes. Very nice.
Man, I can't believe this guy is still going.
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Yeah. Oh no. Ah, shit show has started again. Oh, goodbye. Oh, you gotta be shitting me on me. Another fucking nightmare. Yeah, please for a second, but not for long. Friendly fire. Yeah. If you pass this point, you survive. Because show us. Bam! Goodbye, you damn helicopter. Wait, what? Machine destroyed you. The insignificant fact, the insignificant fuck destroyed you. You pathetic loser.
Jack, talk to me. What's going on?
I need new wheels now.
Yeah.
Hello?
What's up, baby?
Hello. Fuckface.
Wait a minute. My ears burn.
Gaining ground now. Good work.
Oh, how nice. Yeah, Italian suspension. With non-Italian reliability, by the way. Oh, hello. You know how I can describe that? Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. La 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 la. Sweet home Alabama. Da 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 da. Sweet home Alabama. Da 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 pa pa. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, the GTRs are absolutely insane, by the way. Yeah. Let's see. What can you choose? Yeah. You could choose it. Oh, seriously, SVJ. Weird. Hello. Oh. Oh, hello. Goodbye for you too. Oh no.
It don't. It don't go down.
Robert, it goes down.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
It very goes down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. By the way, how the hell is she still in race? She was eliminated in Las Vegas, didn't she? Oh. Oh, hello. By the way, how are you keeping up with my Aventador on a fucking 370Z?
It's like those quiet moments.
Yeah. By the way, why does this race exist in the first place? Just a battle against a random Mustang. He doesn't even have a personality. There is no biography of him. He doesn't have a name. So what's his purpose here? Yeah, that was obvious. Oh. Oh, that's a big one. How are they back? That's the question. How is De Leon is back? Caesar, how the heck are you back? Oh, that's rude. Very rude. You shitting on me. So what do you switch to? Oh no. On the other way.
I believe this is the greatest sports car ever made.
Yeah. Good luck handling that shit. Yeah, not taking a shortcut was a bad idea. Oh, Aventador, that's even worse.
You tried it.
Yeah, good try. The suspension killers. Oh, now it's solo fights, by the way. Yeah.
It's all ours, Jack. Close it out.
Ouch.
Here I come. Here I come.
Goodbye. Yeah, how do they launch off into space, by the way? I don't get it. The hell are you doing? Goodbye. To you too. The hell. Hello. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Win, 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 win. You're so close. And the victory. Now only one fucker remains, eh?
This is it, Jack. Take him down and it's over.
Win the run.
New York City just hanging out.
Yeah. Average day in New York City, by the way. Yeah.
Boy, if you don't get...
Yeah, by the way. This tornado of an Aston Martin is just insanely fast. Yeah, I remember it was so insane as a kid when I was playing this. Tension was unimaginable. Goodbye. For us. We are going to have fun our own way. Yeah, scariest shit I've been through.
Welcome to New York, bro. From New York.
Goodbye to New York. Yeah. That was so insane.
Time to unleash the beast.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, go forward, win this shit, come on, come on! Oh, don't you dare, you fucking piece of shit! Goodbye! Yes! Run complete. Winner, Jack. Yeah. As good as I remember it. Yeah, fucking GTA in PC.
I fixed your problem. They won't be bothering you again.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Your cut's in a deposit box in Grand Central Station. It's more than enough cash for you to go and kick back for a while. Or maybe, if you're interested in doubling down, I just got a call.
A potential for a sequel. Diran 2. Diran Unleashed. Is there a potential for that? Sadly, no. There won't be a second run. Sad. But yeah, that was an awesome video by the Machine.
How's it going down there? Having a good time, Jack?
I mean, it's all right. Like,
Yeah.
overrated as
No, the run is pretty much underrated nowadays. It was a great game. Sadly, we won't get any games like that anymore. But anyway, awesome video by an awesome Machine. Hope you like this one, and thank you for watching the video on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube or on the live stream, which you don't, so you are watching on YouTube right now. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you next time when you are subscribed to the channel. Goodbye. Alright. So let's go to the next one. By the way, hello YouTube once again, as usual. And this is Weird FNAF fan games. You already know my relationship with the FNAF franchise at all. I practically grew up with FNAF. So yeah, it's pretty much my zone, my comfort zone. And let's see the weird FNAF fan games. I'm pretty sure I will recognize a few of them. Let's go!
Five Nights at Freddy's is a huge franchise by itself, but it's made even bigger by its fan games. So today I intend to play some of those fan games. And I'm not really talking about the AAA-like ones, the ones that like fit perfectly into the lore and, well, you know, all this stuff. I'm talking about the weird ones that someone made like in a day, or they just had an idea and they made it. That's the game that I'm gonna play today. So I've got 3 games lined up. They're all unique in their own special senses.
Yeah, and I already recognize one of them at least. Sadly. And what is that? Five Nights at... Is that Joe? Is that Joe Biden? What is that? Five Nights at America Presidents? That's weird.
Some more than others, but I'm excited to play all of them. So
wait, what?
Some all unique in their own special senses.
Unique.
Some more than others, but I'm excited to play all of them. So yeah, let's get into it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so the first game that I've got lined up for us is One Night as Freddy. So of course, you know, in the normal Five Nights at Freddy's, you play as the security guard trying to survive against Freddy and his gang. But I guess in this game, you play as Freddy trying to kill the security guard. It looked like a fun concept. You know, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what's in store. I guess we'll see. Basic premise: you are a possessed robot looking to cause harm and the nightly security guard of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You are the main man himself, Freddy Fazbear. You must roam the pizzeria and slowly make your way up towards the guard's office before the clock strikes 6 a.m. or you will run out of charge. However, this task will not be so easy. There will be a few safety measures put in place to prevent such things from happening. Okay.
As such?
To complete your goal, the main objective is to raise the guards' panic. To lower their focus and speed, this will make it possible for you to sneak into their office. The main way to increase the guards' panic is to reveal yourself on the camera, marked with a yellow light. Doing this will increase the guards' panic, and you'll let out a little chuckle like the monster you are. Additionally, if you find the guards' current cameras seem to be too much of a task for you, there are many distractions strewn around the pizzeria that will not only up the guards' panic, but will also make them focus on other things, i.e. making them check their cameras or allowing you to sneak into their office. However, these distractions are not common and occasionally spawn around the pizzeria, represented as green markers. Activate distractions by pressing E. Finally, your battery. It's quite simple. The more you move, the more it depletes. Although if you do feel you are in need of time and have the battery charged for it, you can hold... What? Okay, if we need the battery to charge, I don't think that's written right. If you need a battery charge, hold left shift to sprint. Maybe I'm just stupid and reading that wrong. I don't know. Left shift to sprint. Okay. Once you finally raise the guard's panic enough, you can begin to make your attempts to enter his office. Why this won't be easy, the higher the panic and increased odds of you slipping in. Bah, he must be getting tired of all this reading. Go, go, get that night guard. Make him pay for what he has done. All right.
You know, this is giving me so much Xenoblade Chronicles 2 tutorials, which is not a good thing at all, honestly. You know. And let me ramp up the microphone a little bit because I want to hear myself a little better here. 42 decibels should be well enough. Save the profiles. Yeah. Save it again. Yeah, way better.
Cool. Oh, yep. We are the main man himself, Freddy Fazbear. We're on a stage.
That's nicely
That's something about
stylized.
yellow lights, right? That's like him checking his camera. Yeah. The panic level just went up. So there's a panic level on the top middle of the screen. I'm not sure where the camera... I don't know if they said anything about that. The camera, the green camera on the top right. Here's another one.
The hell is that?
there's
Oh,
a security
hello,
guard.
my boy.
Hey, man. You might open this door for me? Oh, he's not looking at me. He like turns away. He's like, I'm not looking at you. Okay. I guess I need more distractions to get his panic level increased. Oh, here we go. Okay. I increased his panic level again. He saw me on the camera, I guess. Are there any like green things? Oh, here we go. There's distraction. Music distraction. Okay. Playing some music, scaring him, scary music. He's up to 20% now. Here's another one. Or the kitchen distraction. Okay. He's at 25 now. Are there any more yellow lights? Anything else I can do? What's in here? Can I go in the bathrooms? No. What about this one? No. Okay. Just other stuff. Can I just leave?
Can you
Can I
exit,
just
by the
roam
way?
and kill people
No, you
outside?
can't.
Probably not. I don't see any more distractions. Oh, here we go. Oh, the doors will not close automatically. Does that mean I can sneak in? A Foxy? Oh! Oh!
Oh, hello.
Yes! I got him at 30%. Alright. Cool. That was kinda fun. I like that.
way
It was
too
short.
easy,
It was
though.
really short. But I liked that. I got that really soon. I feel like I don't know. Maybe that was too easy. But cool. It was fun nonetheless. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next game.
Hello. Is that what I think
Alright,
it is?
I think this next one because I thought it was funny. It looks like it's just a reskin of the original Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's called Five Nights at Biden's. I guess it's like...
Wait, is that fucking...
Biden is supposed to be Freddy, and then there's like other presidents as the other animatronics. I don't know. It looked funny. So we'll see. I think it is just the same game. I think I don't know if there's anything different, honestly. But
Wait. The White House is looking for a security guard to work the night shift from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. It should be 12 p.m., right? Qualifications. American, must like chocolate chip ice cream. Driven, not a terrorist. Location, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. To apply, call 49241 400
I think I don't know if there's anything different, honestly. But we'll have to see. Stay awake.
Stay
I'll pick up the phone.
awake.
Can I
Friends
pick
for
up the
life. Party!
Oh, here.
Oh, holy shit, the noise.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the White House.
Hello.
I'm Elon Musk, and you must be the new security
Hello,
guard.
Elon Musk.
Your job is to make sure nobody gets in or out of the building.
Okay.
Nice.
Try to keep an eye on Obama. He becomes pretty active as the
Where's
night
Obama at?
progresses and might try to enter your office.
Oh, there's
Oh,
Sleepy
hello.
Joe.
Sleepy
Oh,
Joey!
he's like the marionette. Okay. I'm totally
Take a
missing
look under
what
your
Elon
desk. See
said.
that vent? That
Yeah.
vent is directly connected to Joe's room.
Okay.
Joe is sleeping in his room. That's why he's known as Sleepy Joe.
Pretty
Make
much.
sure to rewind his record player from time to time.
Yeah,
It's
so I don't
important
want him
he
to
stays
wake
asleep.
up. Yeah.
Very important. Now, as you may have noticed already, Trump is currently in the basement. We moved him there after a recent incident.
Switch floor.
Some important electrical units can be found in the basement. It's very important these are working properly.
Oh, what the
building
hell?
Has a
What,
limited
shock
amount of
him?
power.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
If Trump
Donnie.
messes with one of the power units, you can give him a small shock.
Oh.
And he will probably leave.
Okay, if he messes
Anyways,
with us, we
I
shock him.
think that's it. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Okay.
Buy Dogecoin and have a good night.
Okay. Do not buy Dogecoin. That is not good sound advice. But so I guess we need to keep him asleep, listening to his little tunes. Yeah, I still haven't found Obama yet. Oh, there's Obama.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Obama.
Whoa.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Barack.
Hi, Obama. How are you doing?
Obama. What are you doing?
It's just Biden, Obama, and oh wait,
Donnie.
and Trump. So we need to watch for. I guess we need to watch for Obama because he's the closest one. I don't know if I'm able to know when he moves out of the room. He's
I
touching
don't
things
like
that he's not
what's
supposed to be.
happening.
I don't know. Was that shock mechanic in the original? I don't think so.
No,
So I think that's a
it
new
wasn't.
mechanic. It's kind of cool.
Until sister location.
Woke up. You run that for you.
Yeah. Obama jump scare in 3, 2, 1.
Obama's still there. Good. That's where.
Oh.
Where'd he go?
Oh, hello.
There he is. You stay out there. You stay on that side of the glass. What does that mean? 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 What does that mean?
I'm very proud of you, man.
Oh! Hey! Stop touching that.
You really are.
Stop touching
Good
the
job.
electrical noodles. Yeah? Oh, is he gone? Okay. Told me good
Fucking
job. I
Donnie!
appreciate that.
You
Thanks,
stole
Obama.
all the electricity!
Where's he at now? He's gone.
Is he back in the office?
Did he? I don't know. I don't know where he went. Okay, I guess we don't need to worry about him now. It's 2 a.m. already. So
Yeah,
we're
with the
making good pace, I
71%,
think.
not very good.
Trump's still in his room. Good. Where's Obama at? I still don't know where Obama is.
Oh, no. Fucking no.
He's not at his desk.
3,
And
2,
he's not
1.
anywhere else. I hope he's not outside my
One.
room. Nope. Okay. And that just wastes my power more than anything. So,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. What's that noise? What is that noise? He's scuffing. Does this mean he's on the move? He's on the move. He's touching things. Hey!
Hey,
get over
Johnny!
that. Stop touching the electrical noodles. There's no need for that. What happens if he escapes? Does he just come up here and it's just another thing I have to mess with? Or does he just instantly kill me? I don't know. Oh, ooh! He almost woke up. That would have been bad. Stay asleep now. Nighty night. I still don't know where Obama is.
Oh,
there he is.
Hello.
What are you doing over there?
I
Oh,
I
he's
heard
moving
it.
again. I hear him. No, you're not. Who's moving? Who's moving? I heard movement. You hear a little scuffing? The little scuffing of shoes? Someone's moving. Oh, yeah. There he's on the move.
Donnie,
Your
don't
hands
steal
out of
the
there.
electricity.
We're at 52% now. I might just stay here, conserve power a little bit. I think we're making pretty good pace. We're 4 a.m. with 40%. Maybe that's not great for night one. I don't know. Feels pretty
Kinda.
good. 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. now. Only one more hour to go. 36. Yeah, I'm definitely on pace. Hey,
Oh.
let's not
No,
play
no,
Minecraft.
no.
Oh, hey, Obama.
Hello.
How you doing? Oh,
Barack.
where are you at? You over here? Okay, so you're right in front. I need to watch this door. I need to watch this door if he moves. Stay there.
Oh!
Oh, he's gone.
Obama
He's
jump
gone.
scare in
Where's he
3,
at?
2, 1,
Hey,
bam.
You get out of there.
I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing good.
I appreciate
You
it.
really
Thanks.
are.
Yes, I am. I am Obama. Thanks, Obama. Yes. Let's go.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh, there's a mini
Obama. Oh. A minigame? Huh?
Once you collect money.
Return to room.
To the exit.
Request key.
Oh, okay. How far can I walk?
Is there any existential crisis thing?
Huh?
Who killed Donnie?
I thought I was escaping. Never mind. Okay. Hello. Hello, Elon Musk.
Welcome back for night 2. Did I mention that the presidents get more active as the week progresses?
Nice. Yeah,
Anyways,
as if
I
I
understand that
didn't
for
knew
only
it.
$8 a month, you can be verified on Twitter.
Okay.
Yes, you heard that
Well,
right.
it's now
Only
called X
$8.
now, thanks
That's
to you.
really cheap, I know. And I mean, who
It's a
doesn't want
sour
a blue
taste
check
in my mouth
behind
every time
their
I say
name?
it.
Anyways, good luck tonight, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Also, please
whatever.
do not forget to buy some Dogecoin.
Just say quirky at night, please. It'd make my day. Just say the presidents here get a little quirky at night. That'd make my day so much. Okay. We still got. Whoa, he drains fast now. Okay. I was not expecting him to be that low. He's still there. And you're still there. We should make sure that he doesn't move, because we don't have to worry about him for now. Oh.
Michelle.
Where are
hello.
you going? I am not Michelle. You don't need to. You don't need to do anything. What?
Oh. Oh no.
He's here.
Oh,
Hey.
hello.
Oh, how's
That
it,
was
chicken fries?
closer.
I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Appreciate
You
the
really are.
encouraging words. It really makes it
Good
fun.
job.
Oh.
Thank you, Obama.
Donnie is
Okay.
out there.
Oh,
What the hell is Donnie doing?
That's,
The hell is doing?
Oh, he's awake. No, he's awake.
Oh no.
Back to sleep. Hopefully he'll go back to sleep.
I know he wanted.
There he is. Michelle.
Oh,
Hey.
immediately.
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Yeah,
Barack
you
jump scare?
Oh, I do not want him to get up. Oh, where's the cup? Get your hands out of whatever you're touching.
And
More of that. Oh.
Oh no.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh,
Hello.
Stay there.
I'm very proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Oh, hey. Oh, I'm trying to eat lunch.
Donnie, what the hell are you doing?
that?
You're eating up. You.
Oh, he's right there.
You're eating.
Stop.
I was like,
That
where
was
is
way
he?
too
He's
fast.
Right there. Get out of there.
Let's play Minecraft.
No, let's not.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Second night done. I think we're Biden now. Yep.
Oh, how nice.
Got his music player in his bed.
Sleepy Joey. Fucking ice cream.
Chunk. Eating the chocolate chunk ice cream. More. Oh.
Ice cream.
We go down and see
The fuck?
Trump. We touch things. How much can we do? I don't want to return to my room. Oh.
Nah.
Can I go any further? Oh, I can go down here. This one. Okay.
Okay.
There's another one. Do I just have to do all of them? Can I do all of them? Oh. Did I escape? Did Biden escape? What's that mean?
Why is the Biden model so unstable?
Huh?
Have we done a full system reboot?
What?
He can't even form a correct sentence anymore. This is not good.
Mental acuity, then you know, that's it.
Oh, that's my president.
Yeah.
That's the leader of the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
He gone now? No, he's still here. Okay.
Oh,
That'd be funny.
just
though.
look at
Third
that.
night here at the White House.
No one's moving so far. Staying where they should be.
Yeah, you better.
Oh, there's Obama's on the move. Well, where to? Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello.
He's in the very far corner. As long as he stays. Oh, I was gonna say as long as he stays over there, but he didn't even let him on a show.
Oh,
okay,
back at the
he's over
office.
there.
Nice.
What does this mean? Oh, he's up again. Already at 40. And it's 3 a.m. That's not good.
Michelle.
Oh.
Michelle.
Barack.
Where are you at? Where are you at? There
Oh,
you are.
that's nice.
Don't want you to come any closer. 4 a.m. already. We're 37. Not great, but...
Very not great, you know.
Yes, we can.
Oh!
What? How did you?
Hello!
I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
That
Well,
came
was
out of
fun.
nowhere.
I'm gonna move on to the next game, but before I do that, I want to see what happens when Biden wakes up.
after a recent incident. Some important electrical units can be found in the basement. It's very important
that's
these are
hilarious.
working properly, since the
That's
building
nice.
has a limited amount
That
of
does
power.
make me happy.
If Trump messes with one of the power units, you can give him a small shock.
Yeah, as if we didn't realize that already. Oh!
Buy Dogecoin and have a good night.
Wake up, Joe.
Wake up!
Oh, Biden.
Wake up!
Oh.
Wake up!
He's hurt. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. Oh. He's gonna come out of this bit. He's gone.
Oh, here he is.
I hear him. You hear them? Hear that? Bump, bump, bump. In the bit.
Oh!
That was loud. Okay. Yeah. That was a fun
Okay,
game.
that scared me for a second.
I liked it. It was kind of odd, but what you gonna get from a game about the presidents? All right, I'm gonna move on to the next game.
Yeah, the third game, which is Demer's
All
Coast.
right. This next game is kind of a infamous fan game.
Yeah.
You probably already know what it is.
Yeah.
It's called Five Nights at Anime, or probably more known as Five Nights at Fredina's. I have
Fredina's Pizza Place or Fredina's Club. Yeah, I know that shit. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. Just know that I know. That's all you need to know.
absolutely no ulterior motives in playing this game other than playing a FNAF fan game. So with that said, let's play the game. Night 1. Yippee. Oh, here we are. I think this game was based on another game. I think there was originally a
Five Nights at Anime, which was the very original, not original, but the very first Five Nights in Anime, which the dev said that the characters, this is a different universe, and there are no souls of children in the game. Those are just horny sex robots. Yeah.
Five Nights at Animes.
Yeah.
I never found it, but yeah. now we
Because there is already a remaster, if I know correctly. I've never seen the remaster yet, but I've seen the original game back when I was a teenager. Surprising? No.
have this game. Oh, there they all are. Chica, Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy.
Yeah, and in this version they all have an original name: Fredina, Bonfire, Chico, and Fexa, and I think even Mari, as in Marionette. I know too much.
It's already 2 a.m. This guy's still talking, and they're really not doing much. I thought they would have moved by now. Oh.
By the way, amount of power, 80% on the 2 a.m. Decent.
Bonnie's gone. Where'd she go?
Oh,
there
hello.
she is. Okay. You keep an eye on her. Foxy's still there. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. Just them two, Foxy, and her. Wait, can I? Let me do it in the Biden game. Am I able to do it in this game? I am. I mean, it's a FNAF game. You have to have it in a FNAF game.
Yeah.
Even one like this. Oh, she's moved
heck?
now, and Bonnie's gone.
She's drunk.
Oh, there's Bonnie.
Oh, hello, Bonnie.
Okay. Okay. No, okay. Turn that off. I don't want to waste my power. I gotta make sure she doesn't come any closer. And where'd she go? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There you are.
Hello.
Okay. I don't have to worry about you. You're off in the bathrooms, I think. So all I need to do is watch for Bonnie. Yeah. This night's going past pretty fast. A lot faster than the Biden game was. It's already at 4 a.m. I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna play past night 1 because I don't know how long it's gonna be, but if it's this short, I might play at least 2 nights. Bonnie's still there. Freddy's still there. Don't have to worry about Foxy. Is that the curtain open? I don't know.
Kinda.
Chica's gone. You're back there. Okay, you're in the kitchen. That's all or the dining area. That's all I need to know. You're still there. I'm gonna turn that off to not waste power. It's already 5 a.m. This is easy. Who put this on easy mode?
Not very easy.
Who moved? Oh, you're right there.
Hello.
Okay. So now I need to watch. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that you could jump out at me at any time, or because you're not showing up if I flash my light? Oh. It's already 5 a.m. So
look
I
at
think
the
I'm
other
good
side.
anyways.
Look at the other side.
Ooh. Move,
You
move.
idiot.
I heard
You
someone.
buffoon.
You're over there. Okay. I've got both of them on both sides of me now. She's down that hallway. Then Bonnie's
look
on that
up
side
left.
of me.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
Never mind.
I don't even have to worry about that. I got a 6 a.m.
Some sort of an explanation about it. I think
Oh, we're already on the move. What?
Oh,
They're both
already?
there. Okay, you're there. You're there. How are you there so fast? I think I might die. I might die this one. What? You're already there?
During the testing, the guy they were supposed
Okay, I got one on each side of me.
he just got his dick ripped off after a couple of minutes.
Ow.
Yeah, I know that's kind of lame. Just remove the updates.
Ooh, where's he going? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at?
Oh, hello.
Stay on that side of the glass.
That was
ma'am.
fast.
You
Very
are
fast.
not allowed in here. You stay there. I don't think. I think. Nope. You're still there. Wasn't playing on it. Where you at? Where? Okay.
You should check the Foxy's arcade camera from time to time.
Okay.
The animatronic in there works a bit differently than the others.
Oh, you're gone.
Oh. Okay. I heard footsteps. Chica's gone. Bonnie's on that side of the door. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Normal FNAF stuff. Nope, you're still there. Okay. Where did Chica go? Over there. Okay. Chica's still there. Bonnie. Can't see Bonnie. I think Bonnie's still in front of the door. Oh, who moved? Oh, you're there now. I've got one on each side of me now. That's not fair. Okay. I can open this up now. I think. Ooh, can I? Oh. Okay. Turn that off. I don't want to waste too much power. Chica's on that side now. They went from 0 to 100. First night was like easy mode for babies.
Oh
no! Oh, I didn't even. There was no warning for that. Well, okay. I guess that's where I'll cut it short. Fun game, I guess.
Very fun.
Yeah. I mean, it was an odd game. It's just, I had fun playing all these 3 games. I'm probably gonna play some more of these fan games. I definitely want to play the more well-known, more nicer, more well-made ones. But I like these kind of oddball ones. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I hope you go check out my playlist of all my playthroughs in the description. And if you leave a like, it squirts a little bit of dopamine into my brain. It makes me feel good, so appreciate that. And that's it. All right, I'll see you later. Final Cloud.
Yeah.
Windows nowadays.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, sorry. It was from the watch list. My watch list. So yeah, that was Farnikaul. Yeah, awesome video by Farnikaul. Honestly, check him out. I like it. I will check his other videos later. So yeah, the worst FNAF game is back. Yeah. There is other worst FNAF game that we will come to in a minute. And right now, for you, YouTube, I hope you liked this reaction video. I hope you will subscribe, because there are a lot of viewers, but none of them are subscribed. Yeah, I saw you, all of you. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel, so I could provide you with more content. with my shitty voice. Yeah. And see you next time. All right, let's go. Let's go to the next video. And this
Depravity.
is right. Correct. Hold up a second. And this is why this FNAF game is too disturbing for you. I already know what this game is. It is Dormit Abyss, which is a really awful game made by a really awful person. Okay. There are a lot of videos about this guy, this Nietzsche guy. I know the entire history, so I know the entire shtick. I am disgusted by that, by that person. Okay, so yeah, let's go watch the video.
Something that plagues several corners of the internet. Whether you like to think about it or not, disgusting people lurk everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in every community, interacting with countless people, and in the worst cases, interacting with minors. They corrupt even the most wholesome of communities and snake their way into people's trust. But even the slimiest of snakes get the light shined on their dark desires eventually. And while it may hurt people knowing that someone they looked up to or someone who created something they really enjoyed were one of these snakes, it's always important to remember, though, that a bad apple doesn't always spoil the whole orchard. Today, we'll be talking about an incredibly infamous game in the Five Nights at Freddy's community. I'm not the first, nor will I be the last to speak about it. But I and many other sensible people are capable of separating the art from the artist, and are plenty capable of commenting and criticizing a piece of media without attaching its creator to it. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. Towards the end of this video, I will also be talking about the creator of this game to give you a better understanding of what he was like before he seemingly left the internet. If things are about to get uncomfortable or depraved, I will give ample warning before we talk about said subjects. But in general, viewer discretion is advised. Come with me as we dive into the sick and depraved world of Dormit Abyss. But before we talk about the disgusting story of this game that would make most normal people want to throw up, we first have to talk about the actual gameplay, which I'll tell you is definitely something. I'll let you be the judge of whether or not it's actually good. There's no better place to start than Night 1, which I will mention, Dormit Abyss takes a different approach to nights than most FNAF games. Generally speaking, FNAF games have 5 nights, corresponding to 1 work week on the job, with a typical 6th day of overtime and 7th optional night to round out the week. Since in Dormit Abyss we play as a character.
Yeah, I need 1 second. I will be back. Okay, I am back, and let's continue watch the video.
Character who isn't actually working anywhere, Dormitibus is not tied to a typical week, instead having 10 nights rather than the typical 6.
Which is in reality around what it was, 12, 13, 14, something like that. Yeah, 2 weeks worth of nights. Good luck with that.
So let's dive right into night 1. Let's start by talking about this goofy ass office. You can travel from one side of the office to the other. One side of the office lets you look at your cameras, and the other side of the office has literally fucking nothing. But I'll go over why the useless side of the office is technically not useless in a moment. Another question you may have is, why the hell do we run under the table to get to the other side of the room when there's plenty of space on both sides of the table to walk around? Now you see, the answer to that question is fuck you. But now let's actually talk about some animatronics. As usual, I will explain each animatronic as they're introduced into the game, and on night 1, we only have one animatronic to deal with, that being Havoc Freddy. Try your best not to focus on these goofy ass designs. They have their own charm, in a way. Havoc Freddy is one of the most simple characters in all of Dormitibus. Freddy will move throughout the cameras, slowly inching towards your office. He arrives at your left door, and when he does, you can turn to your left to double check that he's there. You'll be able to see him peering in at you. When he's there, you'll need to run to the other side of the room. At that point, he will almost immediately go away. I have no idea why this scares him away. I guess he's brain dead, but I'm not going to complain about an easy mechanic. Fun fact, you can actually make this mechanic even easier by never even checking if Freddy is at your door. Freddy makes a very noticeable sound cue when he arrives at your door, that being the sound of a door creaking directly in your left ear. I wonder if the other animatronics will be any harder. As mentioned, Havoc Freddy is the only enemy in Night 1, so beating it should be a cakewalk. What does Night 2 have in store? Well, Night 2 doesn't have Havoc Freddy present, and this is where I want to bring up something about this game that I actually think is pretty cool. In most FNAF games, as the nights go on, more and more animatronics will be added, and on top of that, they will become more and more aggressive. Dormitibus takes a different approach. Because of how many characters there are, it would not be possible to deal with all of them at once if their AI levels were super high. So instead, the game experiments with animatronic combinations, pairing a few animatronics together, rather than throwing all of them at you at the same time, which I think is actually pretty cool. But for animatronics in Night 2, we have Havoc Chica and Am I Real, also known as Cake Bear. Let's start with Havoc Chica, as her mechanic is the easiest to deal with of the two. Havoc Chica is pretty much just a slightly more annoying version of Havoc Freddy, with one deep, cutting, wounding flaw that I'll get to later. Chica will move around the building and make her way to your right door. Once Chica gets to your door, you can turn to check if she's there, but like Freddy, she also makes a very obvious sound cue, that being laughing in your right ear. When Chica is at the door, all you need to do is run to the useless side of the room and stare at Chica. Once she leaves, you will have to very quickly run back to the camera side of the room. If you don't move back fast enough, Havoc Cupcake will have a feast with your yeast. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Now it's time to talk about Am I Real? Am I Real moves around the cameras at random. Whenever he enters a new camera, he will audibly state which camera he moved to. Once you hear him say a camera, you will have to switch to that camera and check which form he's in. Am I Real has 2 possible forms, one form being Am I Real, a gross Springtrap looking design, and the other form being Cake Bear, a much more normal Freddy looking design. If you check the camera and see Cake Bear, you're free to continue playing the game as usual, no call for alarm. However, if you check the camera and you see Am I Real, you will have to stay and stare at that camera for what can feel like at times an entire minute, until Am I Real turns back into Cake Bear. Now, this may sound scary, especially when you think about the fact that in order to run to the other side of the room to avoid Havoc Chica and Freddy, you have to turn the cameras off. But the game knew this would be a problem, so when you shut the cameras off to move to the other side of the room, it will still count as you staring at that camera, meaning that Am I Real will still turn back to Cake Bear even if you're on the other side of the room, as long as the last camera you were looking at was Am I Real's. If you don't watch Am I Real, he will appear at your right door, and once he's there, there's nothing you can do to stop him from giving you a rough spanking that a lot of you freaks will really like. If you can manage all of that, then congratulations! You're ready to move on to Night 3. Night 3 uses Havoc Freddy, Am I Real, and 2 new characters, Soul Cage and Molten Evil. I'll cover Molten Evil first. Molten Evil will only ever appear in your office. When you see him, he will start to cover your screen with blue plasma. Once this plasma is on your screen, you will have to play dead by looking up at the ceiling. Don't ask. I know it doesn't make any sense, but just pretend like it does for me. After looking at the ceiling for long enough, the plasma will go away and you'll be safe to look down again. If you look up before the plasma is on your screen, Molten Evil will wait until you look back down before putting the plasma on your screen. So looking up early really only just stalls him. Soul Cage is somewhat similar in a way. Soul Cage will move around the cameras and slowly piece itself together. Once it's put together fully, it will make its way to your right door. Once he arrives, he too will play a sound cue to let you know he's there. When he does, you'll have to look over at him. Afterwards, he'll enter your office and move up onto your ceiling. In order to get him to leave, all you have to do is stare up at the ceiling at him until he goes away. If you haven't noticed yet, every single character can be dealt with by staring at them. And if you're hoping that the other characters will be different, most of them will cause you to be sorely disappointed. Hate to break it to you. Wait, who am I kidding? I love breaking bad news. Night 4 only introduces one new character, but the returning characters are Havoc Freddy, Havoc Chica, and Am I Real? The new character is Havoc Puppet. Havoc Puppet moves around the cameras and makes its way to your back window, which is located right behind your computer. Once Havoc Puppet appears in your window, it will make a very noticeable sound cue. At that point, all you have to do is turn around to your window and stare at it until it goes away. Are you starting to notice a possible game mechanic flaw with Dormitibus? Literally every character is answered by looking at them, and that's literally it. Hopefully, we get a new character soon that's at least a little different. Holy fucking shit. This new character is bullshit. Okay, let's take a step back and relax for a second. Every character up until this point has been Baby Caca easy mode. Night 5 consists of Soul Cage, Havoc Puppet, Am I Real, and the two brand new Wombo combo, Havoc Foxy and Golden Call. Havoc Foxy and Golden Call are pretty much one and the same, as one of them really can't work without the other. Havoc Foxy is on camera 5, something I thought was weird because the phone guy on this night says that he's on camera 4, which is just flat out wrong, but let's move past that. Havoc Foxy has 3 phases on his camera, which the final has Foxy standing out of his curtains.
How ugly.
You can slow down Foxy by watching his camera, and this will become very important because you want to avoid his 3rd phase as much as you can. However, this can prove difficult because of one character I'm sure you've already thought about, Am I Real? With Am I Real hogging most of your camera time, Foxy is free to buttfuck you as much as he wants. Once Foxy reaches phase 3, Golden Call comes into play. After reaching phase 3, Golden Call will send a voicemail to your computer with a Trojan virus attached. In order to remove the Trojan, you'll have to type in a password. How do you get the password? Well, this is when phase 3 Foxy becomes important. While in phase 3, Foxy will be holding a sign with the randomly generated phrase on it. You'll have to read the phrase on the sign and find the longest word. The longest word will be the password you need to get rid of the Trojan. Once you remove the Trojan, you will have to very quickly run to the other side of the office and watch the right side door as Foxy will soon be approaching.
Goodbye.
Once Foxy peers in, all you have to do is stare at him until he goes away. Afterwards, you'll be free to go back to your cameras and resume business as usual. Congrats! You've successfully survived a Golden Call attack. Are you stressed? Well, you should be, because you're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Again, the real problem with Havoc Foxy and Golden Call isn't really their mechanics. That's fine. The problem really comes down to Am I Real? Again, Am I Real constantly requires your attention as he moves around the cameras often. Just by himself, he'll take away from your time stalling Foxy, and once you get a Trojan, you'll have to stop looking at Am I Real to find the password. But not watching Am I Real will get you killed really easily. Generally speaking, from my experience, you want to drop everything for Golden Call, get the password in as fast as you can, quickly switch back to Am I Real's camera before running to the other side of the room to watch Foxy. I feel like this will give you the most success. Night 6 includes Havoc Foxy, Havoc Chica, Molten Evil, and Am I Real. While that alone may sound like a very unfun time, just wait until I introduce the next most frustrating character on the planet, the BOA, or as I like to call it, Boa, aka Boa Bitch Boy. Boa starts in a box on the cameras and slowly emerges from it.
The full name of this thing is Box of Abominations. Which is a cringe name, honestly. Boa. 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 I'm turning into Kimi Räikkönen.
Afterwards, making its way to your right door. Once there, it will give you a sound cue. When you hear it, you will need to quickly move to the other side of the room. Something pretty interesting about Boa is that he actually speaks to you. If you run into the other side of the room, Boa says this.
Oh. Hello.
Once you get to the other side of the office, just like most characters, all you have to do is look at it. You might be wondering why this character is so frustrating if he acts exactly the same as Havoc Chica. Well, the answer to that question is simple. Boa Bitch Boy sits at your door for approximately 17 years. And that number came from countless hours of crunching the numbers, analyzing algorithms. I promise it's very accurate. That's seriously why Boa is such a difficult character to deal with. Mixed with all the other characters that require so much of your attention, having a character that requires double or maybe even triple the amount of time can feel like a purgatory. But if you can handle that, you'll be on to Night 7. Night 7 contains
technically we are in a purgatory. So, makes sense.
Soul Cage, Molten Evil, and the deadly Wombo combo of Havoc Foxy, Golden Call, and Am I Real? No new characters on this night, but I'm sure it's just so that players have some time to find some strategies that can fend off the Butthole Trilogy gang. Night 8 is where this game cranks the dial up to 1,000. While it introduces no new characters, the combo of characters present is enough to make any grown man cry. I know I did. Night 8 consists of Havoc Freddy, Havoc Chica, Havoc Foxy, Golden Call, Am I Real, and the icing on the cake, the Boa. This lineup of characters is actually so disgusting, I find it difficult to use vocabulary fitting enough to describe my disgust. I could dish out 100 vulgarities, and it still wouldn't be enough to portray the feeling of dread you get while trying to beat this night. The Wombo combo mixed with the Boa is already bad enough, but throw Freddy and Chica into the mix, and you're itching for somebody to commit quintuple homicide on everybody in their domicile. This is probably the most infamous night in this entire game. There's a one-on-one boss fight on a later night, but that doesn't even compare to this bullshit. You want to know the main issue? The main issue is that this night is entirely dependent on luck. That's the worst part. Most people who play FNAF will tell you that luck is the most unenjoyable part of any FNAF game because it doesn't matter how much you practice. Your chances of winning is entirely dependent on whether or not the game decides to fuck you in the asshole. And for some unfortunate people who played this game soon after it released, had to deal with an absolutely foul bug. Remember when I said that Chica had a terrible flaw? This is the time where I get to explain that flaw to you, the viewer.
What is it?
Chica used to have an incredibly glaring bug, that being, you would hear Chica laugh, signaling for you to move to the other side of the office to stare at her. So you do, but as you turn to look at her, she won't be there. Moments later, Nightmare Cupcake would kill you, almost like you ignored Chica altogether, but you know you didn't, and she just didn't appear. This would happen incredibly frequently. Fun fact, it was actually this exact bug that made Dawko give up on this night and skip it. I can only imagine how incredibly frustrating it must have been for players to pour so much time into this night, get to 6 AM, only to then die because Chica decided she didn't want to work. Absolutely foul. I never had to deal with this bug, so it appears to not be a problem anymore, but let me know in the comments if you've experienced the problems with this Havoc Chica bug. If you can somehow manage to keep your sanity intact through Night 8, then you can finally move on to Night 9. And let me tell you, it will feel incredibly underwhelming because Night 8 is so much harder. Night 9 consists of Soul Cage, Havoc Puppet, Havoc Foxy, Golden Call, Molten Evil, and Am I Real?
Seriously?
Can you figure out why this night is easier than the previous? Yeah, you're exactly right. It's because the Boa isn't there to slam your dick in a car door. I don't have much to say about this night, honestly.
Really?
The voice acting of the phone call is pretty questionable, but I'll talk more about the phone calls in a while. Night 10, however, I do have something to talk about. Remember how I said one of the nights in this game is a one-on-one boss fight? Yeah, this is that night. You go up against a character you haven't seen before named Garvey. Now, since Garvey is the only animatronic on this night, you may think it's going to be easy. And while I'd say it's still easier than Night 8, it's definitely not easy by any means, so get that thought out of your head right now, bucko. So I'm going to warn you ahead of time that Garvey's mechanics are not technically difficult, but you'll understand why he's such a pain in the ass as this explanation goes on. Let's get one huge problem out of the way. You're only allowed to be looking at the cameras for a specific amount of time throughout the night. The more you look at the cameras, the darker your vision gets. It's definitely slow, but once it starts to get dark, you'll totally be able to tell. Garvey can attack from 3 different locations. Think of these locations as the left, the middle, and the right. Left and right are the most straightforward. You will have to listen for Garvey's laughter. This will give you a pretty clear indication of which side he's about to attack you from. At this point, you must open up the cameras. This is the part where I should mention that there's been a vent toggle button on the cameras this whole time. I never brought it up because it hasn't ever been important up until this point. After you pull up the camera and toggle the vents, you must click on the vent of the side Garvey is coming from. This will temporarily slow him down. At this time, you must very quickly run to the other side of the office and stare at the door he'll be coming from. Beating him to the door is key. You have to be staring at the door before Garvey peeks in, which can be challenging because you need to be fast. Like, really fucking fast. It will not feel remotely fair, but as you start to learn his speed, it will get slightly easier. Which, like, no fucking shit. That's how practice works. Insane that I have to explain to you how practicing works, and yet, here we are. Now, there will come a few times where you will hear his laughter in both of your ears. At this time, all you have to do is look straight up at the ceiling. You'll be able to see him staring back at you. Keep staring until he disappears, and you'll be good to continue. Honestly, the best part of this night is that you don't have to deal with Golden Call. God fucking damn, I hate that stupid ass animatronic bitch. But if you can manage to hunker down and deal with all of the garbage for long enough, you'll be able to beat night 10. But what happens then? Well, a cutscene plays. At our desk, we will be able to see a heart on the table for some reason. As we're confused, wondering why it's there, Garvey shatters the window behind us and begins chasing us through the building. We get trapped near a door and enter one final spacebar mashing minigame. The screen cuts to black and we're shown a gravestone of a John Wright, stating brat, scum, waste of air. So, that might seem confusing to you. So I suppose
not to me, buddy. It's not confusing. It's not confusing to me. I know the lore. I know the story. I wish I did not knew that, honestly. I wish I didn't. But I know it all.
It's time I explain a bit about the lore, huh? Bear with me, as this is not one of my strong suits. So that John Wright on the tombstone is us. We've been playing as John Wright, as is mentioned in the Night 1 phone call. A man by the name of Peter is the phone guy, and he's the one calling us throughout the nights.
By the way, it's Peter Wright, one of John's brothers. Yeah.
He claims he used to be a security guard at Freddy Fazbear's. On night 1, Peter explains that
wait, or is it... No, it was Peter Wright. Yeah. He died in the FNAF 1 location.
And in a sort of purgatory, with several monsters roaming the buildings. And these monsters are supposedly our childhood friends. The reason why we're in a Freddy Fazbear's-like location is because our mind shapes the purgatory based off of the things we've seen, which could suggest we either worked at a Fazbear's location before, or at least have a strong tie to one. Peter says we can escape this purgatory, but he needs our help. He says to grab an audio tape that should be on the desk next to the fan. This is also where we learn that there is a tape that we need to collect on each night. All tapes, aside from the first, will appear randomly on one of the cameras, and I'll get into these tapes later. On night 2, Peter explains his theories about why we're being hunted by the animatronics. He believes that someone or something tried to manifest these ghosts into physical bodies. That attempt clearly failed, which is why all of the characters look so fucked. Peter believes that because we are ghosts, we have a plasma of sorts that the animatronics need to survive, and that's why they're trying to eat us up like a gourmet steak.
To be exact, plasma source, because plasma is plasma energy, so the way they build that one insane person built the bodies. So he tried to use the plasma of the evil thing, the evil Bonnie, but he failed. He failed dramatically because he didn't have enough plasma. He needed more plasma, and since John is a fresh spirit of sorts, he has a lot of that plasma, especially since John is an adult. In this world, adults have way more plasma than children. Yeah, I know this lore. Don't ask me why. And I want to lower the decibel here to 35. Yeah, it sounds way better for me now. Way better, and I can be a little bit louder now. Wonderful.
We don't get the next meaningful piece of information from Peter until night 5, where he tells us that Golden Call is his own physical remains. That means we've identified one of the animatronics trying to attack us, and we'll soon be able to find out who everyone else is as well, but we can cover that later. Peter tells us that the tapes we've been collecting are memories from our traumatic childhood. Peter mentions how an ominous key is also on these tapes, and I'm willing to bet that this key is Garvey. Peter thinks that collecting all of these tapes will allow our friends to move on and become regular ghosts, not being trapped in this purgatory with us anymore. On night 6, Peter explains to us that he has tapes too in his version of the purgatory, and that both his memories and ours are in one way or another tied to Freddy's locations. He says he missed a few of his tapes because you only get one attempt. The first 10 days in the purgatory decide your fate. Missing one tape is the difference between a chance at escape and spending eternity fending off your suffering dead friends stuck inside of robotic bodies. Peter begs us to collect the tapes and free everyone because he can't anymore. On night 7, Peter says the animatronic sleep cycles are all out of whack. He's been doing this for years while stuck here and was able to find a pattern with their sleep cycles. But out of nowhere, once we came here, those cycles started to change for some reason.
Really?
Peter mentions he found a key and tried to use it on the exit door, but it didn't work. He says he'll update us as soon as he can. On night 8, we get some pretty crucial information. Peter has found another key, and he believes something may happen soon. He says we probably don't have any keys in our purgatory because he thinks the keys are linked to a specific trauma he suffered. He also thinks he knows why the animatronic sleep cycles are messed up. Apparently, we brought something into this world, and it's big, with loud footsteps causing the characters to wake up when they're not supposed to. Peter says that if this thing we brought in is what he thinks it is, that we're all sorts of fucked. And of course, knowing what we already know, we can take a pretty good guess at who that might be.
I know.
Night 9 is where we get to hear Peter's final moments. The monster we let enter this.
I don't need to guess because I already know everything. So yeah, for me, everything is very obvious.
World is exactly who Peter thought it was. Garvey. Garvey has been tearing all of the monsters in Peter's purgatory into pieces. Peter knows that we apparently know who Garvey is. He tells us he's hiding behind the curtains where Foxy is and that Garvey is coming for him. He tells us to get the keys and the call ends. The two keys he's mentioned can be found. The first on night 10 in the same location where you find the tape on camera 5. The second key requires me to tell you about a night I have yet to mention, night 11, aka Nightmare. No matter how good you are.
What nightmare? And by the way, the entire time I was on bus. Really? I was on bus enhancement. So that's why I was feeling so uncomfortable. Get down. No noise suspension. What does that mean? I don't really sound really different. So I will keep those two on 50. Okay. Compressor. Why do I need to compress anything? Expander. Yeah, I feel pretty nice. Mic setup. Yeah, I feel very nice. Let's bump it up to 42. Yeah, I feel very good. Very good. Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, I will save that profile. Wonderful. Now I feel way better with that mic from a distance. Because before that I was hearing a lot of weird bass. So it was those two weird settings. Wonderful. I can now stream in peace.
At FNAF games, nothing will prepare you for just how surprisingly difficult this night really is. They
Yeah.
cranked the AI for these characters on this night up to 10,000. Holy shit, it's insane. From 10 a.m. to 5 a.m., you go up against Havoc Freddy, Havoc Chica, Havoc Foxy, Havoc Puppet, Golden Call, The Boa, Soul Cage, and Molten Evil all at the same time. This has to be one of the most stressful challenges I've ever attempted. It is ridiculous. The sheer speed you have to even get close to beating this night is ridiculous. You quite literally have no time to rest for even a second.
Oh, hello.
There is constantly something happening, and it's enough to give any grown adult a seizure and kill them instantly. But that's not even the worst part, no. The worst part comes at 5 a.m., when Garvey comes and kills everyone.
Yes.
And you're yet again thrown into a final, even more difficult.
He doesn't really kill everyone. More like he is scaring them off. Because I think they are still alive. At least one of them is still alive after the true ending. So yeah. He just scared them off. Didn't kill them. Because he already killed them before. Yeah, I know. Spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Garvey boss fight for the last 2 hours of the night. If you thought he was quick before, boy, you better be Usain Bolt, because you need to be double in your speed. It is insane how fast you really have to be if you want to be able to complete this night. But if you can manage to beat this night while grabbing the second key that's on camera 8, congrats! You're almost ready to achieve the good ending. There are a few prerequisites required to get the good ending. The first is getting the 2 keys. Check. The second is collecting all of the tapes. Check. The third is beating night 11. Check. The fourth is listening to the 10th tape. Come to think of it, we actually haven't dove into the tapes yet, so we'll do that now. But here's that warning I mentioned at the beginning of the video. The topics that take place in these tapes are highly disturbing and are one of the main reasons why this game is so controversial. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. The 10 tapes you collect throughout Dormitibus tell the story of Garvey Wright, John Wright's, our character's, brother. The tapes go over Garvey's plan to murder several children and stuff them into the suits in his father's establishment. There's another minigame you can play in Dormitibus called Cardboard Theater, where you play as Garvey and live out a few of the scenarios mentioned in these tapes. Not only did Garvey murder several children, he also murdered his brother Peter. Yes, the same Peter who was calling us throughout the game.
Yep.
In the Cardboard Theater, we get to watch the spring lock failure happen.
I'm not sure if he will mention this, but the only reason why Garvey lost his mind, literally lost his mind, was because the little kids that were, by the way, John's friends back in his childhood friends, those kids were basically bullying him because he had purple skin color. He was literally had a mutation. He had a purple skin, and that's why the kids were bullying him, and that's the only reason why the Garvey lost his mind and became a sick psycho. Disgusting.
To Garvey before he has the chance to kill John and leave no witnesses. Garvey's father soon sells the Cake Bear establishments because of the controversy, and it gets bought and turned into what we now know as Freddy Fazbear's. John gets a job at the Fazbear Fright location from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and goes head to head with his brother, who in this game's story basically took William Afton's place as Springtrap. And as you know if you've played FNAF 3, John burns the building down and kills himself as well.
Yes.
After his death is where Dormitibus takes place. By collecting the tapes, collecting the keys, and beating Cardboard Theater, John is able to send Garvey to hell while setting the rest of the spirits of his dead friends and brother free. Dexter, that sounds pretty normal for a FNAF-style game, I hear you saying. Why did you tell me that viewer discretion was advised? Well, that's because of the contents of Tape 3, and a specific news clipping that you see near the end of the game. In Cardboard Theater, you will need to recollect the 2 keys you collected before while playing. At the end of this minigame, Cake Bears will be unlocked, acting as the final 12th night of Dormitibus. The only two characters present in this night are Cake Bear and Havoc Puppet. I won't spend too much time explaining this night since you only ever have to beat it once. Cake Bear will move around the map and make it to your desk. You can stall him by lighting the candle on his cake, but I'm not sure if I'd actually do that because it drains power. Once he gets super close to your desk, quickly pull up the camera and he should go away. Havoc Puppet can appear randomly on any camera and will block your view. Since watching Cake Bear is essential, you'll want to get rid of the puppet. Simply staring at the puppet will cause it to go away, but sitting in the cameras will cause the battery to drain incredibly quickly, so it's best to wait until the battery is fully charged before dealing with him. If the battery goes dead, Havoc Puppet will disable it, which will lead to an inevitable death to Cake Bear. After beating Night 12, you'll be greeted to the FNAF 4 box. You must use the 2 keys you've collected to open it, and several news clippings will be given to you, each detailing the gruesome murders of some of the children at the hands of Garvey. But I'll cover them in just a moment. Back to the tapes. I referenced tape 3 being the most alarming of all of them.
Yes.
Rather than explain it to you, I'll just play it.
My god! This is most certainly beginning to be fun. There's this hot 15-year-old that was part of the kids' friends group.
Ew, disgusting.
You know, it was fun. She screamed, but nobody heard her. It was so much fun. She's in one of the suits now. Just a little more time until Fredbear's is going down as well. But hey, I'll find my ways to catch her at the others.
Do you understand now why the game is considered the most disgusting FNAF game? And that's also... I am not sure if the guy... Dexter White mentions the developer of the game, but Garvey Wright is the representation of the developer's fantasies. Okay? Nietzsche, the main developer of the game, made a self-insert. Do you understand why it's the most disgusting game in this series, in the FNAF fan franchise? No amount of remasters, remake will ever put away this stain of just how disgusting this game is. And ironically, in terms of gameplay, it does have some original ideas, some well-made original ideas in terms of gameplay. And the graphics by themselves, the graphics is shitty, but to the point that it works. I mean, it feels like living flesh in the game. But the story, while it's disgusting, it does work somehow. Thankfully, in the first remaster of the game that came out in 2022, 2023, or even 24, I'm not sure anymore, they changed the story, and they made the story really better. They made a great villain, the team that was making the remaster, Expeled, and they made a great story for the remake, but they completely butchered the gameplay and the graphics. And as I know, they are planning to make a second remaster, but it will be a failure by default, believe me.
You may have a good idea as to what Garvey is referencing doing in this tape, but if you need any clarification, one of the news clippings will confirm your suspicions. It reads, "The Fredbear's establishment in town was recently closed because of an accident with the animatronical characters. The CEO is now selling the franchise just like the previous owner did. The dirt that has been shed onto the establishment increased even more, as the police found the remains of a 15-year-old female in the back of the establishment, stuffed into a suit. she was supposedly raped to death by a yet unknown killer. Connections to the incident at the previous establishment are already being drawn. This clipping right here, mixed with the excitement in the voice of Garvey in tape 3, is the sole reason why this game is so hated and is so disgusting. Almost everybody agrees that throwing rape into this story was completely unnecessary. Some may argue that depraved people will do depraved things like this, and it's odd to not acknowledge that terrible things like this really happen. And to a point, I understand your thought process. But to feel the need to add it to a game that will most definitely be played by children with no prior warning is insane. And it gets even worse when you dive into the person who made the decision to put this into the story, Blackout.
Yeah, Blackout, or as he is also known as Nietzsche. Truly, a disgusting person.
Left the internet. But a while after Dormitibus Blackout has since left the internet.
Yeah.
But a while after
because he got exposed by the leader of Radiant's team, the guys who are making the Treasure Island games, the Mickey Mouse in FNAF games. Yes, Nietzsche got exposed by the leader of Radiant's games, Nocturnum, as a complete piece of shit. I won't be saying what kind of piece of shit he is. Just know he is an absolute psycho. Imagine the person that Twitter people are describing. The worst names, the worst allegations, the worst everything. He is that person. Nietzsche is the representation of everything. Twitter accuses somebody who don't align with their views. Yes, that kind of person. Just awful.
After Dormitibus released, one of the members of the Radiance team responsible for games such as Treasure Island.
Oh, exactly. Just like I said. And that was the leader, Nocturnum.
And Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese Rebooted posted an unlisted YouTube video going over Blackout's messages of harassment.
It's now unlisted. Yes.
Towards them. Soon after that video followed a Google document surfacing regarding Blackout's behavior.
Seriously? We can't escape Google Talkies even outside of the VTuber communities. My God.
Starting joking about raping people, being hateful towards trans people, and a laundry list of other terrible things.
Yeah, just like I described, everything that the Twitter people would accuse you if you don't like their views. Yeah, they will accuse you of being that thing. And ironically, Nietzsche is exactly that disgusting piece of shit.
Thing that Blackout has done was the Discord messages that were released revealing him to have been grooming a 12-year-old girl, making jokes about Germany's lax age of consent laws, and at one point even sending nudes to this child, this 12-year-old girl. After all of this unfolded, Blackout went on a hate brigade full of harassment and eventually left the internet, thanking his supporters that he for some reason thought he had. Now going to his Game Jolt page reads one message. Jesus Christ, just leave me be. I don't want to live in your heads rent-free. I've moved on, and you should as well. Bye. And with that, that's where the story of Dormitibus ends. A game that could have been something amazing.
Yeah, but the game could be something amazing. It had potential. But the inclusion of SA and the person that after Nietzsche got exposed as the horrific being, the game has a forever dark and horrible reputation. And no remaster, no remake by a different team will fix the game. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. The remaster might have an awesome story, a really great story about trouble. Yeah, I won't be even talking about. I lost my train of thought. I won't be talking about the remaster because I think I already explained the story was very good, but the gameplay and the graphics were awful. Just they threw everything that was good in the original game. They took it and just completely shitted on it. Absolutely.
Story that was really promising, soiled and ruined by a disgusting, perverted pedophile.
Yes.
Again, I encourage everyone to try their best to separate the art from the artist, but if you can't do that, then I'd recommend checking out the remake of Dormitibus that was made by some very talented creators if you're still interested in seeing what this game has to offer.
XSplit team, it was basically the Blackout team after he left, yes. And they were led by a guy named XSplit that coincidentally had a lot of views that's similar to Blackout. Yeah, after the first remake, XSplit was outed as a disgusting being, and he was basically thrown out of the team. And now the team have a different name. I don't know what name it is, and they are making a second remake of the game, which won't help. Won't help at all.
Minus all of the disgusting and unnecessary perversions. But let me know what you think. Taking out the disturbing lore and separating Blackout from it, what do you think about the gameplay of Dormitibus? Do you really like it, or do you feel like it's pretty lazy? I'm interested to hear what you all have to say. The question of this video is, what is a cancelled FNAF game that you'd like to see brought back and finished? With the question of the video being asked, I've been Dexter, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Cancelled in terms of
some stories are born.
Cancelled in terms of being thrown out of the FNAF community. Yeah, Dormitibus is the first, but is there any other cancelled game that was cancelled because of some controversy? Let me think. Graveyard Shift, really. Graveyard Shift. That's the first thing that comes in mind, but I guess he already have a video about it. By the way, subscribe. I recommend to you everyone subscribe to his channel as well. Awesome video. The gameplay of Dormitibus have potential, and in the original game, the potential was realized pretty well. But you can still make the gameplay better in some places. The graphics are very janky, very bad, but very bad in a way that makes them look good. Sort of organic to the theme. The worst thing about the game is the lore itself, the story, which is absolutely disgusting. The first remake, have an awesome story. I know this story, I won't spoiler this to you. It's basically, I would call it a story of evil in the name of good. Something like that, in a very delusional way of good. Something like that, I would describe it in this way. And the story in the remake is great, but the gameplay and the graphics are absolutely awful. If you combine the gameplay of the original game and the story of the remastered, and give it some quality of life upgrades for the gameplay, some proper upgrades for the gameplay, it will be an ultimate Dormitibus that won't have the dark side of the story, that will have a great story, but also have the pretty good gameplay of the original game. It will be awesome. And that's the end of the reaction video. I hope you YouTube people liked it. Just a reminder, subscribe to Dexter White, he's an awesome person. And I hope to see you in the next one. By the way, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye, YouTube. God damn it, I'm so tired. And it's almost the end of the time that we had. let's just play the song, the music, and finish the stream because I am tired, honestly. I wanted to do an undercover stream, but there was so much stuff to react to. I didn't even get to Flickazoid. I wanted to get into Flickazoid because he made a video about Doom the Dark Ages that I want to see. I didn't play Doom the Dark Ages. I didn't even play Eternal, honestly, which is a shame because I have Eternal and I need to play it very soon. But I got a question. I got a question for everyone. Do you want me to do 2 reaction live streams in a week? For example, one live stream somewhere in Tuesday, for example, and one in a Saturday. Or do you want me to do a one big long 6-hour live stream on a Saturday? I will be fucking drained, but you will have a lot of content. That's the question. Choose for yourself. And on that note, I would like to finish the live stream. It was a great one. Nobody fucking show up, as usual. But I am not worried, because I had a lot of time, a lot of fun in the live stream. Thank for everyone. I will see you tomorrow in Need for Speed Undercover.